Yeah.
Hey Naoki, good afternoon. How are
Hey.
you? We were going to talk today about your series Before the Seventh. Most people they know you from the black and white explosive portraits, the Studies of the Human Mind series,
Yeah.
a bit like the one you did for the performance at the gallery last year. But actually, the
Was
Before
good.
the Seventh series is a bit older and more conceptual in that sense. Uh,
Yeah.
could you maybe tell us something first of all about the title of the series?
The title Before the Sevens is borrowed from the Book of Revelation. There is a story about seven angels of Apocalypse. The seven angels were given trumpets to sound. The given trumpet by God to sound. And when each angel sounds, then God's wrath to earth is revealed, the kind of story. And I wanted to use this format and concept or the story with my
Mhm.
works. So that is, yeah,
Okay.
origin of the series name. Yeah.
If we take some of the work separately, can you maybe tell us, for instance, what the inspiration was for "Darling, What Shall We Eat Tonight"? Tonight, it's a
Right.
fantastic painting, which we call it the hanging painting.
Darling, What I Eat Tonight is the first painting of the series. So, in order to visualize the distortion between the um, capitalist Western world, so to say, and the places where people suffer, like starvation, exploitation, wars, and you name it. It's just an unfortunate place for unfortunate people. So the inspiration came from when I saw a picture of Iranian execution, which people were hanged from cranes, and right after, my girlfriends told me, like, anyway, darling, what shall we eat tonight? So that I mean, learning and seeing the horrible picture in London would, of course, make us think of the how do you say awful situation in some countries for a couple of minutes, but then we will forget about it for something good time ahead in our life, in
Yeah.
our westernized life, or just simply tonight's dinner. So I just needed to remember to visualize the moment onto canvas so that the moment lasts forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the first painting's idea that
And
comes from.
is that a similar inspiration to "Darling, I think we had too much to drink tonight"?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's more or less. It's also the similar concept, but in a different setting. And a couple of so that is setting was a couple smooching on the sofa, surrounded by a nice plant. I put "I Love New York" logo on the wall, and a big bottle of wine and champagne and a big TV and all that. And I actually despise this kind of people. But anyway, and on the big screen TV, it shows Starving Child and Vulture from Kevin Carter. He's a famous photographer. He took this very symbolic picture, and so that's I put on the big screen on the TV, and yeah, and now whoever sees this painting, the viewer, can finish my paintings with their own thoughts or with their own perspectives, I think.
What's the story behind this picture by Carter?
Well, basically, this picture is he took when he was in the area of the starvation area. Um, so he took this picture, and so basically, this one small kid is almost dying, and then apparently he was heading towards the water place, and behind of this starving kid, there was the bird who usually go to the this dead meat. So it looks like this bird is waiting for the baby die or something like that. It's very symbolic picture. Everybody recognize this picture. And the point is that he was accused, or he was kind of blamed after, like, why, why did you take this picture, and then, while this kid cannot, you know, trying to go somewhere,
Why not
why
say it?
didn't you save it? The kind of things. And yeah, he finished his life because of this picture. To be honest, I think he got depressed after it.
If we look at the other works in the series, A Life Worth Living, where this guy is holding his hand in his head, and uh,
Yeah,
before he's being
yeah,
handed medicine, before he's being handed morphine, you have the
yeah,
thing with the Thanks G painting, uh,
yeah, yeah,
where you're
yeah.
recreating this iPad, and for me, there's a real sense of despair, I guess, of kind of anxiousness about the contrast and the disparity in the world. Is that a message you're working with?
Yeah, more or less. The work I deserve to be healed. The one is in the setting of pharmacy. The guy's holding his head and waiting for medicine to come. It was a reminder of our fortunate situation, being able to access the advanced medical apparatus, the medications, or and so on. I mean, living in the developed country is nice, but we shouldn't take as granted. So it's kind of message of, yeah, the kind of feel, we feel everything kind of granted. So the title also I put, I deserved to be healed. It shows our, yeah, complacency somehow. And another work, the iPhone email screen work, the title is "Only a Life Lived for the Others Worth Living," which is a quote from Albert Einstein. It's a beautiful sentence that again I wanted to remember. So I painted iPhone email screen, literally completely copied it onto canvas, and made a story in the painting. You see a sentence, right? Thanks G, but not yet because. And so the story is a man sending an email to the god. And after the sentence, there is one sentence which I didn't put on the painting, that can be figured out by the viewer. Basically, some alphabets are missing. And so if you picked all the missing alphabets, you can make a one sentence. This sentence it tells you who we are, really. So the sentence is, I want more. So if you put missing alphabets, it comes up, I want more. So in a way, he represents our thoughts to the God. So
Is that a bit a similar message to what you're talking about in the work Democracy, where we see a ground plan of a certain space, and I think if you look up the coordinates, everybody knows where it will be. Then in the left-hand corner at the
mhm.
top, you see the McDonald's sign, and it's
Right,
kind of
right.
strong play between democracy, or at least the representation of it, in opposition
Yeah.
to the commercialization and the power of these huge multinationals that are running large chunks of our lives. I think
Mm.
it goes with the medicine as well. The pharmaceutical companies dictating who can be saved, and I think at the moment with the Corona crisis, that's actually something that's really, really relevant, right?
Yeah. This democracy paintings also, um, it's another reminder that how our world has been shaped so far. So basically, it's a map. Do you see the numbers in the middle of the white oval shape? That it's, as you said, it's a coordination code that if you Google it, and then you can find where it is. And it's obviously it's a White House, and there's a McDonald's sign on the right side of the paintings, which actually is really located there.
Mm.
So yeah, that is also, yeah, exactly. It's a reminder. So in the Before the Seven series, I encrypted messages in the paintings for the viewer to think beyond the paintings, basically. So, like people read Bible and they reflect on the current world. It's basically a series of reminders for people to be humbled and have empathy towards others,
Yeah,
animals, and so on.
it's amazing how it works. Almost 6 years old, 7 years old. All of a sudden, are
Yeah, well,
becoming more relevant by the day.
it's true. I was making it because I always feel that way. So in a way, it becomes more vivid or more obvious,
Mhm.
really.
One last question before we go. Can you maybe tell when people finish watching, they can click on a video of a performance you did in Budapest? Could you
Mhm.
maybe tell us something more about this performance?
It's from the Study of Human Mind series, and the series is about to expose and share moment of feelings, thoughts, and honesty through my paintings and performances. Budapest was to present who I am and who we are by using my body. So what I did was locating myself naked in the center of the circle, place a strip of scotch tape on the floor, and writing good words and bad words and stick onto my body really tight. And then eventually negative words taking over good on the body. So as if like our life as you grow up, people tend to get a little bit selfish and like a little bit more having some different mind than when we are the youth time, and so that's kind of showing in front of people that with words to visualize the people's souls and onto this, yeah, onto my body. And I mean, people are afraid of showing their feelings or who they really are. So yeah, it's visualizing humans mind, having awareness, important and interesting subject, um, because I believe that that kind of things makes you humble and see yourself a bit afar to accept as well. And at the end of performance, I dress up so that my thoughts on my body are completely hidden, and it's kind of showing ready to go back to the society. That kind of gesture. Yeah. So that is my performance about.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
We'll talk to
All
you soon,
right.
Naoki. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Ciao.